What ho everybody, Ian here. I'm just looking for something here. Here we are, Model Railway Planning and Design Handbook by Paul Lunn, Neil Ripley, Ken Gibbons and Jack Bernard. Very good book, this one. I often refer to it, and I will be referring to it in the future because I had a little bit of an idea, and maybe we'll talk about that later in the year. So we are back at the model railway workbench because we are getting back into things. It's been a bit of a lull over the past few weeks, as you will have no doubt noticed, and that's basically caused by the weather. Yay, it's spring! My goodness, absolutely fantastic that the snow has all melted and the temperatures are above freezing, and it's great. And yes, we have been pretty much locked up in the house from November through to March. It's like I say, temperatures are always pretty much below freezing all the time there, and sometimes they're even below 0 Fahrenheit. And it's it's when the temperatures rise, it's nice to get out. I mean, I do get out. I mean, I like running, as you know, and I do run in the cold. I do have my cold weather running gear, but I mean, it's nice to be out running in the warm. So, I just wanted to make the most of that when it happened. So you may think that I was getting a bit down on the hobby and just not doing anything, but no, I just wanted to do something else, make the most of the weather, because, in 6, 8 months' time, I'll be back stuck down in the basement in the where it's freezing cold outside. So I've got a couple or three things to interest you this time. So firstly, I made a trip to IKEA the other day. I needed this baby, the short Mosslander, that will be the fiddle yard, basically for Fortunio. So I've got that and now can proceed with that. Also, while I was there, I found this. This is some fake greenery. It's called Faker. Feshka? I don't know, Faker. Anyway, so it's kind of seems like it should be pronounced fake because it is like fake greenery. And I think this stuff might well work in 16mm scale. It looks a little bit plasticky right now, but I mean, overall, you can see the different colors, the darks and the lights in the texture in this here, and it certainly creates an interesting texture. So I think this could easily work under the loader there on Bontofts. So maybe give it a bit of a spray with dull coat to kill that plasticky sheen, and give it a little bit of a sprinkle with some scatters, maybe a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, perhaps to suggest some flowering on there. So anyway, that's the idea with this Faker from IKEA. So looking forward to giving that a try on Bontofts. Bontofts need a little bit extra work to it, by the way, which I have to tell you about. We have to make a modification to the case. So it's very tall right now, and we did have problems actually. When I say we had problems, but we had, when we put the layout in my wife's car to take it to Trainfest and other shows, for example, the cabinet is too tall. We had to have the layout in a specific place so we could shut the tailgate and not, well, basically, so we could shut the tailgate. So my wife went out and bought a new car, Hyundai Venue, very nice car, and it's smaller than the car that we had. So its Bontoft is not going to fit. So I'm going to have to make a modification to the cabinet and chop about 2 inches out of the height. Now that might sound a little bit drastic, but to a certain extent, I've always felt that the cabinet is a little bit too high. So we'll take about 2 inches out of it and see how that fits into the back of the wife's car. Because if it doesn't fit at that, then we're going to have to do something else, and I don't quite know what to do other than that right now. But anyway, that's for the future. Maybe if I take the layout to Trainfest in November this year, because there is going to be a Trainfest in Milwaukee this year. This time it's being organised by the NMRA. So hopefully we'll be able to go to that one. I will discuss that one with the household authorities, because we've got a big trip to the UK this year. As you know, we're going to Festiniog Railway Bygones weekend, amongst other things. So I will be in negotiations as to go to Trainfest again. So on my travels the other day, I went to my local hobby shop and I have strips of styrene, styrene strip, 0.25 styrene strip. I needed that because I'm working on the roof for the Good Shed for Fortuinio. I decided that I'm going to go with strips of tile from Plasticard, from the evergreen styrene strip there. That's the plan. So I'll be cutting strip and notching it to represent the individual tiles. So plenty to do there on Fortuinio. And if that wasn't enough, nice box of stuff from Dundas Models here arrived recently, and that is a Festiniog Railway granite wagon, the 4-wheel brake van, dual 2-balcony, got one of those, and a slate wagon chassis. Now, somebody told me that the slate wagon chassis was also used for the gunpowder vans, so that is going to be one of those wonderful rounded gunpowder vans. That's the plan with that. So plenty of work there to keep me going. And and one last thing. If I can find it. I haven't lost it already, have I? Back in a minute. Okay, got it. What is this? It's a piece of triangular brass tube. Wow. I mean, I didn't know they made triangular brass tube. I've got this because, well, you know, you remember when talking about Fortuinio, I suggested that I would join the baseboards together, the units, the Mosslander units together with brass angle. And I went to the hobby shop the other day and they didn't have any brass angle, but they had this brass triangular section. Now I'd never seen triangular brass section before, but I thought it looks about the right size, so we're going to try it and see what it looks like. The Mosslander shelf that's going to have the layout on it, and new Mosslander shelf. So let's just get this open. There's that smell, the IKEA smell. Is it the resin or something, whatever they use to spray them, stick them together somehow? Because there must be a glue that goes through some of these edges. So It's like the new car smell. Anyway, it's the new IKEA smell. So anyway, so we've got 2 Mosslanders and a piece of the brass triangle. So the plan will be to put that, glue that, fix that in there, and then the 2 baseboards will join together, locate together. I can actually feel that it's actually a little bit high, but it sits very, very well in that triangular section. So I'll just put that in there as to let's cut. Is that gonna? Oh yeah, that works better. So let's just represent the baseboard levels like that. So I now have like the same levels of foam for the baseboard support there. So, and then we will just like plug those together, and I think I need to be on a level surface for that. So let's just find a level surface and join this up and see what it looks like. So here we are now. This is just a test. We see what happens. We've got the one baseboard here. We've got the triangular section in there, and we just like line it up. One thing I have done in here is I've just like enlarged there's cut a little bit away of the foam there so that it makes the sliding in easier, and we'll just like line that up, and well, boom. I mean, that's lined up, and that looks pretty darn good to me. So now I think if I wanted to locate everything firmly in place, I would just like put a couple of small blocks of wood on the back here, and then just clip across those with a clamp like that, because I've seen a lot of people doing that here in America on full-size Fremo baseboard units, and that they get a big one of these clamps and they clamp the baseboards together with those. So if it obviously works on a big baseboard like that, it's pretty certain going to work on a small thing like a Mosslander shelf. So anyway, that's that. So there we are. We're happy with that. That looks like that is going to work pretty well. So we can now crack on and start doing some more serious layout building works. We've got Fortuino to work on. We've got still got the old Imco loader here that I'm working on. So we've got plenty to go, and don't forget we've got this good old fake plastic. Didn't Radiohead write a song about fake plastic? Oh, that was fake plastic trees, wasn't it? So anyway, that's it. Lots to work on. So we are back with a vengeance right now. So we will see you again next week. And in the meantime, build that model, lay that track, run that train, but above all, have fun.